Thanks for tuning into India Market Close. It's a day of recovery. It's an afternoon of recovery, if you will. So any fears around GDP-led slowdown have been brushed away. But first, let's pull up the European markets and see if the global markets are doing okay. Well, flattish to maybe marginally lower in the case of CAC. So it's not that the world markets are truly supportive. It is just that the Indian markets have decided to stage a comeback in trade. So look at the recovery on the Nifty 50 and the intraday will come up on your screen, up about 0.5%. But the intraday will really show you the extent of the recovery, and this is despite banks not doing well because IT and some of the other indices are participating. This is what I'm talking about. A good recovery out here. Get the heat map up on the screen and show you what's moving and what's not. You will have banks being a bit subdued, insurance names, HDFC Life and SBI Life being a bit subdued as well. But Ultratech, Apollo Hospitals, Grasim, so cement is participating, commodities seem to be participating, a bit of IT flavor too with the likes of Tech Mahindra, certainly in the green, and Reliance Industries is up about 1%, also adding its heft in the session today. The broader markets, 2 or 3 names, very quickly, I just want to highlight. Up about 0.7%, yes, but let's get the top movers and see what they've done. So JK Paper, well, amongst the top gainers today, but down over the last 3 months, but doing well. What is continuing its up move is Hycle. Over the 9-month or a 6-month period, 54%, up 33% the last 3 months and up 9% today. Similarly for Castrol, has had a fairly lackadaisical last 3 months, but doing well in the session today. So these are a few names that you want to work with. Last but not the least, before I hand it over to Agam, just look at what the Nifty per se has done in December, and are we set for a merry December is the question. The last few years, the quantum of gains have been high, and if you look at a 30-year period of the Nifty, the positive to negative ratio is about 3:1. So the Nifty's actually performed a lot better in December as opposed to not doing well, and maybe bulls can take heart from that. But Agam, splendid showing, especially in the last half an hour, 45 minutes of trade.
Yes, Neeraj, on the point that you're suggesting for the fact that it has been a reasonably good afternoon right now with the recovery well in play, despite the fact that we've actually seen the GDP numbers, which were discouraging to a certain extent, has well taken. But if you consider the broader markets, among a handful of things is that firstly, if just the Nifty 500, we have 3 gainers against 2 losers. But there are names like JK Paper which do stand out, which are up as much as 8% right now. We have Happiest Minds, which is showing a little bit of a recovery. Do remember this has been a rank underperformer with respect to the rest of the sector, and potentially one of the many other reasons why it's advancing by around 6.8%. We have gains on Castrol. We have something like an Intellect Design Arena, which is up 6%, along with Affle India. Dixon Technologies, of course, on account of the deal it's signed with Paget, and Inox Wind, along with Cochin Shipyard and Keynes Technologies, up and about in trade as well. In fact, a lot of these counters from the EMS sector are doing well in today's day of trade. What's under pressure right now is Aegis Logistics. That's down around 7.3%. Not very encouraging there. Emami is down around 6.5%, along with BASF. And of course, Adani Total is the other one, which is also down around 4.5%. So overall, it's still a mixed market, but we still have about 3 gainers for 2 losers in the broader markets too, not unlike what we've seen in the Nifty 50.